don't they tell you about living in California? I am sure you've seen the ads. They're all over TV showing California with all the sunshine and the palm trees, swimming in the ocean and lounging by the pool with that cocktail in your hand. Well, while all of that is true, there is a darker side to living in California that you may not hear about or even want to know. But here's my disclaimer for now. You continue watching this video, you do so at your own risk, and I hold no responsibility. Okay, so buckle up. Here are a few things they don't tell you about living in California, and most important, Northern California, which is where I'm located. The first one makes my skin crawl. Just thinking about it and picturing it gives me total anxiety. What am I talking about? Snakes. Not snakes on a plane, snakes around where you live. Yes, we have harmless garter snakes and such, but did you know that we have rattlesnakes? These slithering boogers like to hide under things like piles of firewoods or rocks that you turn over, or even tall grass that you're leisurely taking a stroll through and minding your own business. My daughter's dog was out doing her business when a baby rattler gave her a little kiss on the nose. So for the next 3 hours, we had to find an emergency vet, drive there, wait for her to be seen and assessed, and then sent home and hopefully not come across another one in your lifetime. But if you didn't realize, I hate snakes. I don't care if they can kill me or not, I don't want them around. I know that they keep the mice and the rat population down, but when a small reptile can kill me, call me strange, but I don't want them around me. If you're anything like my family, we are outdoor people, like to hike. What I recommend then are snake-proof boots, or snake gaiters that you wear on the bottom part of your leg in case you get struck by a rattlesnake. I hate even thinking about that. So let's move on to something else that we have here. Wind. What do I mean by wind? California has had nice summer breezes, right? Well, yes and no. Have you heard of the Santa Ana winds that blow down south? Well, just think of that throughout the year. Don't get me wrong, it's not always windy here, but when you have PG&E shut off your power because we have high wind advisories, then you may want to put your hair up. And what happens when we do have high winds? Tornadoes. You heard me right, tornadoes. Now, these tornadoes are nothing like Texas or Oklahoma or in the Panhandle, but we do have little ones from time to time. These little guys tend to just rip off small barns and metal roofs, even knock over a garage can here or there. But don't get me wrong, we do have tornado warnings. And speaking of tornadoes, you know I have to mention the elephant in the room. That would be earthquakes. Yes, California has earthquakes. So funny thing about earthquakes, California sits on hundreds of fault lines, and an earthquake can happen at any time. Most are very small, and you may not even feel them or even know that it happened. But when a big one hits, it is the most awful sound you have ever heard. Some of them you can hear coming like a freight train, and then boom, hit your house and it just keeps on going. Others are a gentle rock and sway. But if I had my choice on which one I prefer, neither, none, zilch. It's not fun having things in your house crash and break, or cracks in the walls and foundation. We just call those settling cracks. You probably thought I wasn't going to mention this, but I have to. Fires. Now, this is pretty much a dirty word around here since we got hit pretty hard in 2017 with the devastating wildfires that spread throughout at least 6 counties, killed countless people and destroyed towns and lasted for over a week. And then each year after that, we had to prepare for more massive wildfires in which we thought all of California was going to burn. Now, my son is a firefighter and we live in the country, and I felt as if we were protected, like so many other people did. But we had to be evacuated. We had to leave behind our animals, our house, our possessions. So I can understand why families say that they are moving out of California where they feel safer. We have since been more prepared and more aware of the fire danger, which includes promoting defensible space and just simply being prepared. Believe me, I get it. So let's recap what they don't tell you about California. Wind, tornadoes, earthquakes, fire, Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the occasional tsunami warnings that we get. You heard me, tsunami warnings. At least we don't get hurricanes, that is. But what about fast food? I mean, come on. Can we not eat healthier and less of it? Everything here is supersized. Seriously though, if it's not extra, extra large, then you have fried or dipped or sauced or finger licking good. For Pete's sake, we have so many different fried chicken places I can't even count. Let's see, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Church's, KFC. Okay, maybe I can count, but that's not even all of them. Honestly, just give me a sit-down restaurant, moderately priced, where the food is fresh, it's grilled, and it just didn't come out of the freezer or deep fried. I mean, we live next to an ocean and surrounded by farmland. It should not be that hard to have a healthy diet of food. Is that really just too much to ask? But having said all this, I love where I live in Northern California. I was born and raised here, and I raised my family here. And if you want to learn more, watch this video next.